jerk off station.
P.S. Rick is still missing. We know he's in a refrigerator box, but we're not sure where he is. Send food and money.
Which Philly deli is he
A
traveling?
lot of money.
You
More
guys,
money than food, really.
listen. I got something I need to say.
He says his captors are feeding him well.
Listen, I got something to say. Fuck you, dicks. Okay.
Thanks, Pip.
That's fucking funny shit right there. You know that funny shit. But yeah, where were we? What were we on?
So now it's 25. Your top 25 favorite albums.
I don't know.
You can bring 25 albums to a desert.
Well, you can title. I mean, you can even title it like top 25 albums that influence your taste in music. Like these are the ones that have elements that you always look for.
Here's a weird thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did do one of them a while back. I'll have to look. It seems to me there was something I did. And some of these people were getting massive amounts of traction. 10, 20,000 views, right? And they were a channel that only had like 169 subs. Like, what the fuck? So I tried to trigger that. It never worked for me. It never went anywhere. So, I mean, I've still grown steadily, but I keep thinking, God damn, why am I so far behind? I think part of it is a couple things. One, I use a lot of profanity, although Nick's channel would seem to defy that theory, right?
Hey, listen, every time I upload, the little $sign still, it still stays green now. So we're just, if you space it out, and from what I hear, as long as you don't drop a fucking giant F-bomb within like the first minute, you're good.
You can't talk like Tourette's, basically.
I don't know if I do or I don't. I generally don't start out with the F-bomb when I have
like,
whatever.
What the fuck's up?
Well, I mean, I don't do in the interviews. I suss out how receptive my guest is going to be to profanity. I can just kind of, if they drop, I try to let them drop the first one, and then hey, what's up? But yeah, you never. That's one thing I think too, and the other thing is Nick is very consistent uploading on a schedule, and I don't do that. I do it when I am available and when my guests are available, and so that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah. Alphaville. Oh, Alphaville. Oh, love Alphaville. Forever Young, classic. Prostitution, really good. What's the one? Fuck, what's it called?
That sounds like a review.
Salvation, huh?
That sounds like a review. Prostitution, really good.
Love it, loved it. Love
it. Do it when you can.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. And then the I think, I don't know if you want to call it comeback or whatever, but Salvation.
Oh, on the back. Huh?
On Alphaville. What's that?
What?
Listen, motherfuckers. I got a message for all you.
Missing persons fucking
do you hear me? Do you care?
You know what fucking's really good? The early fucking art and noise stuff, like that industrial stuff they were doing.
Yep,
had a lot of break beats in it too that they took for hip hop.
Man, bands for me that were, wow. I mean, okay. You're going to get into the synth stuff. You got to go with Tangerine Dream. just fucking amazing. Right, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
And you got to go Gary Newman, man. You got to have Gary Newman, Pleasure Principle. That Pleasure Principle album, critical to bands like Nine Inch Nails. You would not have had Nine Inch Nails, I don't think, without Gary Newman.
I mean, Cars was one of my favorite songs when I was a kid.
It's still one of my favorite songs of all time.
I think I recorded that off the radio on a fucking cassette.
Dude, that synthesizer, that otherworldly sounding synthesizer, just you felt like you were in a when the part I'm talking about, towards the end where it's whoa 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 whoa. That builds, dude. You just want to dive headlong into it.
And you know what, dude? Fucking Herbie Hancock for me. Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
fucking-
Amazing. When he was with Miles,
yeah,
oh,
dude.
fucking shit, man. And there's another one. Like, I know, like, most of you probably aren't big jazz guys. Dennis, I don't know if you're a jazz guy at all, but, you know, I know Rick dabbles. He dabbles. You know, he dabbles.
In there, yeah, but
Gets
I
his
wouldn't call myself an aficionado.
He dangles his dabbler out there and checks into the sea of jazz.
That's probably why he's in the refrigerator box. You're in timeout, mister.
Right.
Well,
But I do have and own a decent bit of jazz, not in the vein of
Yeah.
like the jazz bums or some of these VC guys where it's jazz and only jazz.
Oh,
But
yeah,
man,
that's
Miles
super obnoxious.
It's kind of boring.
Miles Davis is fucking amazing, man. If you
Yeah, I mean the classics are good.
kind of blue. It's just it's timeless, man. Timeless. Love that shit. And
I mean, even some of that early
Bitches
Stevie
Brew.
Wonder stuff is really good.
oh my god, are you serious, dude?
songs, it's like a 10 out of 10, man. Yeah.
You just brought up fucking Stevie Wonder, man. That was shame on you, Dennis. Just saying. I'm telling you, man. Intervisions, songs, everything
yeah,
between
craft
those.
work,
I
man.
was saying, yeah, it's a 10 out of 10.
What's that?
Songs
It's
is a 10
craft work.
Crawford, cool, pretty cool. I'd have to have a Talking Heads album. It'd probably be Remain in Light.
Yeah, has to be.
I mean, I kind of like them all, though, honestly.
And I think you almost have to have an XTC album in there.
Yep.
You know, beyond the Beatles, which we'll have to talk about in a second here. I don't think there's any other. No grumbling. No grumbling. No grumbling.
Sorry, it's
No
a reflex.
No bullshit from the fucking penis gallery. I mean the peanuts gallery. Yeah, XTC.
Yeah, Snoopy.
Yo, drizzle. You gotta have XTC in there, which means you gotta have who, Logan?
Like 80s or 90s XTC.
That's a good point. Those first two are very different
Yeah.
from the ones after. You probably go with the first two. I go with.
No, I'm not. I'm going 90s.
Yeah, I gotta go with. Oh my god, are you serious? The blue cover, Todd Rundgren.
Skylarking, right?
Skylarking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Totally blanked out there. My Stonage got me there.
That's the one I have.
It's so.
I only
good.
have that one. But
Dear
it's-
God,
it's
you
good.
remember.
I have everything. I love the last album. It's fucking fantastic.
If the band's like one decade, it's easier. Like the Smiths, right? They just had that one run, and then you're like,
Yeah.
It does.
I hate
It's
more
hard, man.
Soldier.
I'm coming up. I got like Christian Death, Joy Division.
Oh shit!
There's stuff like
Dude, that
Man.
first Joy Division album.
yeah, and
Oh my god.
some of that Christian Death stuff goes super hard and goth. Like
What was the second album called? What was the second album with the really controversial?
Joy,
Christian Death.
Oh, Christian Death.
Yeah, that one's the one I was talking about. That
Yeah, what's it
it's
called?
like I don't know, dude. It's like a double LP. I have it on vinyl.
Here, I got it.
I can't remember the name though.
It had the really controversial song on it. Remember with the lyrics?
Is it Catastrophe Ballet? Is that it?
That's it. Oh wait, hold on.
So this
No.
is after Only Theater of Pain.
these are the
No.
season of mystery issues.
What's
There's
that?
Catastrophe Valley, right? And then it was there's Ashes. The Raw Zero.
What's the damn lyric that has the N word in it? Do you guys remember it?
No.
Fuck,
I really like the one from '89 too. All the love and all the hate. That's a really good record.
Oh, here it is. Only Theater of Pain, the first one.
That's the debut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
record.
That album is fucking amazing.
That's like almost like a weird goth crust album or something.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a Meebix meets fucking
Yeah, it doesn't sound anything like
Cure
their
or something.
other stuff.
No, it's completely different.
Man, goddamn, dude. Like, fuck, insane, man. Figurative Theater, Burnt Offerings, Spiritual Cramp, which I think is the one I'm thinking of. Romeo's Distress. Oh my god. Mysterium in look at that. Mysterium. So Horrendous was not the first band.
Ontological, yeah.
Yeah. This album slays. Just slays. And yeah, you get into that, you know. I mean, for me, and maybe we're just kind of throwing shit out there and spitballing, foreshadowing or whatever, but man, I would absolutely have to have you fucker. Oh my god, come on. Tears for Fears album one.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
From the high chair.
Talk about keeping someone in suspense, man. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, wisdom says I got to go with songs.
Yeah.
But my heart kind of goes with Sewing. And I love The Hunger. And I love everybody's some happy ending. Everything ends in a happy ending or something like that. Love that album. I love all the Roland Orzabal stuff. Where it was just him, like Raoul and the
one person throwing a Culture Club album. It's got to be somebody in the panel.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's a great point, man. That album is chock full of hits that were hitting me when I was 16, 17, 15, whatever.
I remember as a kid watching that, like I was legitimately confused. I was like, is this a boy or girl? Like I remember when you were at that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I remember.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, those years. There was no internet, you know. It's like I remember asking my mom about it. It's like, yeah, you're gonna give me like a no answer. So I'm like, okay.
Roscoe mentions Pat Travers. That's probably a little other than me. Dennis may
That's
know.
a funny one. That's
Oh yeah, I know Patrick.
Pat Travers band, man.
But he did an album in '79 called was it called Crash Landing?
I remember my cousin got that for his birthday. I was there, and he's like, "Oh, killer, Pat Travers." I'm like,
or
dude."
The Go for What You Know, the live one.
Crash and Burn is the one I've heard.
Crash and Burn. Thank you very much.
Snorting Whiskey is the fucking song.
Yeah, but the song
Snorting
Crash
whiskey
and Burn,
and drinking cocaine. That's the
Crash.
filler.
But Crash and Burn is this jazzy, cool, groovy,
It's fun.
jam that's killer. I mean, it's those are the things, man. Like I'd have to think and go back and look now, but like Leonard Skinner. Do I ever listen to it much now? I have the box set. Do I listen to it much? No, because I'm almost assured that I'm going to hear Simple Man or Sweet Home Alabama or something somewhere out there, sometime. But does that mean I don't like it? No, I'm not going to lie. I love Skinner, man. Skinner wrote great fucking music, man. I got right time, right place for it.
No, I might still have to put some Zepp on
I love Zepp, man. I mean,
overplayed to death, but Houses the Holy Man is or physical
graffiti, man.
That's the one.
Just because so much variety on that album, man.
In the Light,
Rover, In My Time of Dying.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, when I was growing up in the 70s, the first one that I recall hearing was Whole Lot of Love.
Mm-hmm.
And Whole Lot of Love would have been 70. The first one came out in 69.
I feel like that was like 72 or
I thought it was 72.
Or is it 70? Oh.
I don't know if it was 70 or 71. Look it up.
So
So I'd have been maybe 7.
It
6?
probably was 70.
I think it was 70.
Oh, okay. It was. Then I didn't hear it on the radio. Then. Like in 70, because I'd have been.
Oh, it's 69 actually.
Oh, it was?
Was
Really?
up on 2? Well, I just
Yeah. Okay. So no, then I would have only been 3.
because 3
But-
was 70, 4 was 71.
Okay. Yeah. So they were already up. Yeah. I right around 72 is when I would have first heard Led Zeppelin, and it would have been in my neighbor's garage because they had older boys that were like, I was like 7 maybe, and they were like 15, 17, 20, and my mom, it was in the 70s. You didn't worry about stuff like that, and they would always jam fucking Yes, Aqualung from Jethro Tull.
Mm-hmm.
Killer fucking band, killer album, and the Zeppelin stuff, and that, and then pretty sure I heard Black Dog after. Yeah.
We all gotta hear fucking Robert Plant's Vinegar Strokes.
Yep.
Nobody did it better back then.
Back when we were probably all like kids too. Had no idea
Nobody-
what he was doing.
Nobody came close to doing as good as him back then. And maybe Ian Gillan. Ian Gillan might have been the only guy.
Ian had a tremendous range. Like his was like that long sustained like wail. Like I would say his highs were like more prototypical of like heavy metal in general. Like later.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, I remember very clearly where I was when I heard the Sweet Child in Time, or Child in Time.
Mm-hmm.
John Time, yeah.
Doing the high. He's way higher than me. I was just mesmerized. I was 11, maybe. So it was probably out a couple years by that point. But, man, fucking goddamn, man. Yeah, Highway Star, metal. That's a fucking metal song, man.
Yeah.
And Richie was, to that point, was pretty different from a lot of the other guitar players of that era, in that he had that neoclassical sort of thing going on. Uli was doing it too. Him and Uli were kind of the two guys that were kind of spearing, but they actually have a different sound to the way that they solo and write. And Richie was pretty far ahead of his time. And a lot of people don't really talk about him when you say who are your 5 greatest guitarists. You get Hendrix, you get Van Halen, you get Dimebag.
Those are fair.
Or Jeff Beck, if people know music. So it's just kind of weird.
Man. Oh, did I break the stream? Shit. I can now type in comments from the stream.
Yeah, because you're part of the stream when you're in that loop.
That's cool. That's new.
I'm not sure
I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure why it's doing multiples.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's not just me then, huh?
Yeah, I noticed.
Nope.
Just,
Yeah,
Presence is an awesome album, dude.
I love Presence.
okay.
Man.
Nobody's Fault But Mine.
Oh,
It's a great
Achilles'
song.
Last Stand.
Well, yeah, I know. Achilles' Last Stand's
Oh
like
my god.
yeah. Oh well, I know that one. That one's great.
Yeah, so good.
Man. I
And
would
Sydney-
I would throw some like fucking art pop stuff from like some Kate Bush in there in the running. Like
Ooh,
dude, Hounds of Love or
ooh. Yeah, I don't think he beat Hounds of Love.
Kate Bush, yeah. Well, what about Queen, man? We didn't mention Queen.
Sheer Heart Attack. I'd take Sheer Heart Attack.
Hmm.
I love that album.
I'd do The Game. That's the first one I heard. So
The Game.
I mean, the game's got some banging songs on it.
The first one that I know, I don't consciously recall hearing. Oh God, what's the giant hit?
From the Game.
Galileo, huh?
Oh, Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
You're definitely high, Jeff.
I am.
How did you forget that?
That was probably the first song I heard. The one I really
Wayne's World song.
The two that really resonated for me. The two resonated for me. Yeah, I get it. Those were "We Will Rock You" and "We Are Champions." That's 76. I'm 10 years old. I'm really hyper aware of what's going on now in the world around me. But if I had to pick that album that was going with me, it's got to be Queen 2. It's got to be Queen.
Queen 2 is damn good.
Oh my God! And that just nudges out the debut. Oh, man, that hurt. Oh God, that hurt.
Queen 2, is that one got Ogre Battle on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ogre Battle.
Nevermore, Black Queen, White.
Queen. The March of the Black Queen. I think that's maybe my favorite one on there.
It's so heavy. Man, it's
Sure Heart Attack though. That's.
I'll throw another wrench in you. How do you pick a favorite Bowie album?
Oh my God, Rick, I fucking hate you.
I knew it.
I mean, in terms of nostalgia, the first one I ever heard was "Let's Dance." So that's probably the one. I can attach that to all of my Bowie memories and Labyrinth and all that.
Yeah. Rick, I fucking hate you, man.
I don't know.
It's gotta be either Ziggy or Heroes, maybe.
Discography is he transcended all the decades, man. That's the thing. He adapted in such a way it was very hard to do for a lot of artists.
One of my favorite songs is the one he did with Reznor, "I'm Afraid of Americans." I think that's
killer.
Absolutely killer song.
My heart wants to say, my head says, Ziggy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Moon Age Daydream, Starman.
My heart says,
Suffragette City.
My heart says, Outside.
Suicide.
You hear that one? My heart says Outside. Anybody know Outside?
I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah, I've not heard that one.
I forget what year. What year was that? 99?
Oh. Later one.
Outside. Is
99.
that what it's called?
Yeah,
95. 1995.
Okay.
Wow.
95.
No, I've never listened to this one.
I'm telling you right now.
You think that's your favorite?
It's sentimentally my favorite album. I fucking love it.
Interesting.
It's Bowie in the digital age,
but
still just defying boundaries. Okay. I also have to mention, oh man, God damn it, not Heroes. God damn it, Low. I have to mention Low. I want to go with Low too, but
I mentioned Hunky Dory.
But I got to go with Diamond Dogs. Man, Diamond Dogs is just dark, dystopian. It's kind of his bleak album, with the exception of Rebel Rebel. The Rebel Rebel is the radio song.
He went off with a banger too, man. I love Black Star, man.
Black Star is great, dude.
It's fucking
amazing. What was it, Lazarus? That's a beautiful song.
Lazarus.
That was the one you did the video for with the bandaged eyes. That was haunting, especially.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pity she was, 'twas a whore. Pity she 'twas a whore. That's it. Yeah. You guys gotta hear the song "I'm Deranged." Like, when we end, promise me you'll check out Bowie's "I'm Deranged."
Going off the Lost Highway.
Is it on there? Is it on there?
I have it.
Huh. Nah, dude, for sure. For sure.
And then there's the one-offs, right? Like that first Bad Company record. Like I said, I wouldn't want to buy top 10, right? There's just a few where I'm like,
you You would put that in your top 10?
Maybe not top 10. I mean, we're talking about the two-parter, right?
Mm-hmm. the top 10 that repeats again.
Theoretically, yes.
Times 1.5.
I haven't actually compiled an actual list, but we're just throwing it out there.
Dude,
for me, it's Scary Monsters. That's the first one I heard. So.
Oh, dude.
Man. It was so fucking, like, kind of crazy. Like, it's so surreal. It just seems like you're on drugs when you listen to that record.
Man.
I think I'd have to take a Thin Lizzy album, too.
Oh. Which Lizzy? Hypothetically.
It'd be between Giant Fox or Bad Reputation.
It took me a while.
The conversation.
It took me a while, but I got it. Off of Scary Monsters. Ashes to Ashes, man.
Dude.
God damn, that song's so good, man.
Insane.
And the way he links the lyric from Ashes to Ashes back to Major Tom.
I know. That's what's
or
really...
not Major Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm struggling tonight.
I know what you're talking about.
I'll think of it then. The song that lyric comes from. Man, so good. The dude, and the funny thing is, I won't say who, but somebody once said, "Oh yeah, people writing songs for him." It's like, oh man, no, it was completely the other way around. He wrote almost everything, and it just, the dude was just one of those guys that just had so much, whatever it is, that thing that makes you really, really special as an artist. And probably, if I was put to it, if somebody came up and put a gun in my head and said, "Hey, who or what was your favorite? What was your favorite band, or who was your favorite artist?" Bowie would be the top spot on mine.
I feel like that's not true, Jeff.
What's that?
I think it'd be Rush.
That's not true, Jeff. I think you lied there.
I think it'd be Rush.
I think it'd be Rush.
Oh man, I have a dilemma.
You're screwed, man. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Hey, I have to do something real quick here. I have to do this.
How have we not mentioned Rush yet?
Yeah, how is
you're
that?
You're definitely high.
Well, because all right,
I'll be right back. You talk about me.
It's these bands, these discographies, man. It's like another one, King Crimson, right? Like it's just
man, yeah.
I still only own Red,
so. Right?
Oh, that's a good one.
I gotta pee real quick. I'll be back. Actually, I'm gonna grab a smoke too. Why not? I'll be back.
Interesting, non-metal or some metal adjacent discussion. But this would be homework, man. Even if it's like your favorite shit, it's like, fuck, man.
It's too much.
Make an actual list.
It's a lot. You guys are demonstrating that it's a lot. It's like,
I mean, but it's cool because I feel like we never really talk about like all these other kind of music we listen to, and it's like a lot.
I've entertained that thought.
I think it would be neat.
Like this group, like you see other YouTube guys, all they listen to is fucking metal. You know what I mean? And then there's like a different group that they have a lot more interest in music all around. It's not just fuck this, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like fucking
the wider palette, like shit. I'll do in my videos. Like I'll sprinkle in something here and there. I'll throw like a Billy Joel record or something. Like here's my collection.
Cool. I mean, I think we just all like music. Yeah, metal like is probably like our favorite of the genres, but
absolutely,
like I think we all listen to different stuff. Obviously, I'm a big like rap hip hop guy. I listen to that a lot, but I listen to all that other stuff too. 80s like soul, funk, hip hop, all that stuff. It just depends on my mood.
Like all these records, right? Like you could talk about Thriller, right? Like that.
Yeah.
About 10 out of 10 album. You know, I mean, you can't deny it. I mean, whatever you think about Michael Jackson, like that fucking album.
It's really good. I mean, I like Off the Wall a little bit more. I think the songs are just way like catchier. Especially some of the songs are duds, but like Off the Wall and oh man,
Yeah.
that song's so good.
Off the Wall, it just to me it was more had more disco elements thrown in.
Definitely.
Coming off
That's why
that
I like it because it's so like funky. Has like this kind of underlying funk tone to it. And I think disco gets a bad rap because it came out um,
Hey,
when that shit was going on. What's up, Dan?
What's up, brothers?
But yeah,
all right.
I felt like that should like Off the Wall was a big album for me for sure.
All rock and metal.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. What's up, Brennan?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
All around the world.
That guy's like the OG thrash king. He gets
right
fucking
back.
every fucking OG press.
This guy right here. This is what's up, man? The first
DVD.
time meeting you. What's
Oh, you know Dan? This is Kellen.
No.
Dan, he's in the band Decapitator.
oh,
Kevin, how you
cool
doing,
shit,
brother?
man? Yeah, Logan. Cheers.
Oh, Logan. Cheers.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
sorry, dude. Why did I say Kellen?
I look like Kellen, right? Like I don't know.
You do, kind of.
I have a beard. That dude doesn't have a beard, but you know, similar face.
You
maybe,
guys
I
remind
don't
me of
know.
each other for some reason.
Similar age, probably. Like
No, you guys have like kind of this intellectual, like.
I don't fucking know where you
demeanor
got
about
that. Where you got that from?
No,
for
you
me.
do.
For
Like,
for
you guys
Kellen,
are-
absolutely. Absolutely.
You guys both seem like well educated to me, like the way you guys present stuff. So
Bro, I got a
Not
good
after a
enough
couple
degree.
beers, that's
I got
for
a
sure.
GED. I'm not educated at all.
Hey.
what's up, Dan? What have you been up to?
Nothing, brother. Chilling.
Yeah,
Fighting the
you get
heat.
any new records?
No, I posted that the everything I got in July. It's been a lot, but yeah, no. Outside
Yeah,
of that, not too much.
What was your favorite stuff out of that stuff? The Vulture? That shit was cool.
Oh no. So recently, probably that Possessed reissue. That thing's
Oh,
killer.
really?
Yeah.
What's that? I
Seven
haven't seen that.
churches or
I think it's on Century Media, but Dismember the reissues there,
Yeah.
and that's about it, brother.
Oh yeah. That's I like Where Iron Crosses Grow. I think it's a good record. Not a lot of people talk about that Dismember record, but I think it's actually a pretty good record. It's a good comeback for me.
you love
Yeah.
for massive killing capacity? Because
That's a good one.
that's I
Yeah.
think that one's underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive
in
killing
there.
capacity?
Yeah.
That's not
So you got the
underrated.
No, I mean come on. People toss that as
I mean,
the
compared to
death
like
and roll shit, you know?
like an ever flowing stream, yeah. But
Yep.
I felt like that was a time where Dismember just like didn't know who they were. That album has it's got like fucking death and roll,
Like
it's got death
Maiden.
metal, and then it has like heavy
Right.
metal stuff, like
Yeah.
traditional metal stuff all
Yep.
mixed into that record. And that's
Oh.
when the dude started wearing like the Suicidal Tendencies headband, and I'm like, what is
Yeah,
going
the
on
headband
here?
up.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, dude. These guys don't know what they're doing. That was
Yeah,
always funny
definitely
about
the-
the
95 was tough.
European bands. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They're like, all right, let's all wear sweaters
I'm
and
gonna
then
put on
let's
some
all wear
banger shit.
flannels. I'm gonna wear a headband today. All right, that's cool, dude.
Because I'm banging out here.
Just follow to this fashion trend, man. Mike Muir, you're like, okay, we're just gonna do what he does. And see what
Hey, Rick, you know Dan, Rick?
No. What's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing, Rick?
Oh,
Cheers,
wow.
brother.
So,
Good, man. We've been
did you see
We've
Dan
been
on
on-
my last video?
Oh, what was
Which one
that?
was that?
Ah, like what? We did that like 2 weeks ago.
Yep. 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit! I think I missed it.
Yeah, check it out. It's pretty funny, actually.
It's a good time, brother.
All right.
I came out
Yeah.
to out of Dennis's place and we recorded that. It was so much fun catching up. It's been so many years. Yeah. It was great.
So we're
Right.
both from the Bay Area, man. And Dan's in, Decapitator, right, Rick?
Oh shit! Yeah. I saw the Decapitator record just today at the shop. It was asking a little too much for it though.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
cool.
I'd sell it to you cheap, but I don't have any other copies.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fucking cool.
Well, yeah. Are you guys going to do any more shows with Decapitator?
Yeah. So September 14th, we're playing in Sacramento, and then we're gonna do in October probably couple shows, and then Mass Destruction Fest in Atlanta.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you're playing Mass Destruction Fest. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a killer lineup this year.
Yeah, but I was telling Dennis on that video that they didn't announce any big headliners, so I'm like, shit, I hope they don't expect us to headline, because it's like last year they had Autopsy, Incantation, Immolation, and I'm like,
everyone's coming up for Decapitator.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I guess we'll headline, but that's crazy.
I think cool. I'm trying to remember who the headliner is, because there's a lot of these off festivals.
So it's like it's us, Bird Flesh, and At War. That's the only like top bills I've seen.
Bird Flesh is awesome.
I'm pulling it up if my internet will fucking work.
Oh, I love At War, dude. I love that shit.
They just did MDF.
They're great, just like we're great, but we shouldn't be headlining like some major fest. I'm like, announce something bigger, but whatever. If we're gonna headline, so be it.
There's some bigger bands there.
I was wondering about you guys though. Like, I still need to grab your second album. I got the first one, the We Will Obey. That thing fucking rules, man.
Yeah.
But
it's way better than the second one. So
the second
one's like
one.
It's good, but it's like it's not as good as our first one, obviously.
It seems more like almost more thought out, which not that it makes it worse, but it doesn't have that spontaneity of the first one.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But it's still a fucking kick-ass record.
Like going from Power of Pain to Ticket to Mayhem.
Right.
Yeah, what's that second song on Ticket to Mayhem? It like completely destroys the record. Like it starts out cool. Oh, I gotta find it, dude. It's right here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Last Nail in the Coffin. It's like this acoustic, like slow ass song. I'm like, what is going on? That always ruined that whole first side for me, because it just took me out of what I wanted to hear. So.
Oh yeah, Riff's like a fun, man.
It does look like you are headlining
LA soon.
It looks like you're headlining.
Yeah, you're the main in all the flyers. The main band.
I know.
It's
like what happened in a year. Like
that's pretty fucking cool.
You don't have anything bigger than Autopsy, Immolation, or Incantation. It's just us. It's like, all right.
I mean, like some of the other supporting bands, like, dude, everyone loves Gravesend these days, and Caveman Cult, and
it's
Withered and Siege Column. And then I don't know how this band got on the bill, but you guys listen to Sedan?
No.
Which fest is this?
Mass Destruction Fest in Atlanta. But Sedan, they're like a almost like a post black metal band that all their album covers are like anime. it's
like I just got that record like a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man.
It seems like a concept album about like a anime dude who just obsesses over killing like a hot Japanese chick with big tits. but it's like black metal.
It's got riffs, man. It's got riffs.
It does have riffs. Yeah.
Yep.
That was a weird band for the lineup, but then Demiser and Malformity are cool, like local bands too.
Yeah. Just
I can't wait for that fucking Testament show, dude. That shit's gonna be sick.
Oh yeah, September, brother. That's gonna be awesome.
Yep. Fucking Testament, Creator, and Possessed.
Yeah, all banger lineup. So we'll get some barbecue and hopefully shoot some video and talk some shit. That'd be great, brother.
Yep.
I saw Demiser last year at FTA. They put on a killer live show.
I'm hoping they're gonna kind of blow up a little bit more, but I think they're on the right track. But
I think they're on
South Carolina band
now. I think
they're on a bigger label. Could be Season of Mist, maybe with Metal Blade.
I got the first one, and I was like, dude, this just whoops ass. It's catchy, blackened thrash. It's hooks on every fucking song. And they whooped ass live too. Super nice dude.
They just have the one album, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I got that one off Bandcamp a while back.
I think that's where I got it too. Either that or it might have been sent to me. Yeah, through the gate Eternal.
Demiser.
Oh yeah.
Like a black and white cover.
Yep. Had a weird
I don't
packaging
think
too.
I've
Like,
heard that, dude. I don't
It's
think
good.
I've heard that. Right?
I mean, there's a song on there called "Raw Fucking Vomit."
Thrash? You said it's
black
black
and
thrash.
stuff.
Black and thrash, yeah.
They're fun, man.
Oh yeah, no, I have heard this. I haven't heard the new one though. I've only heard the one from 2021.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that must. Wait, did that new one drop already?
No, but they have 2 singles out for it.
Oh, shit, I haven't kept up to that.
Yeah. But it looks, I mean, I remember that one. That one's pretty cool, but I mean, that was a while ago.
So that's cool supporting acts, but it's weird that they had Autopsy, Coven, Immolation, Incantation for headliners, and then it's just this year it's like us, Birdflesh, and it's like, geez, what happened to the headliners? I mean, all headline, but I'd rather not.
I mean, you guys are pretty big in the underground. Like,
are we?
People, yeah,
I got your albums.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that says a lot. That totally says a lot. Now,
cheers, brother.
Are they done announcing bands?
I don't know, dude. It's weird. Like, he waited this long to announce bands, and then the 3 of us are up top with Outwar, and I'm like, okay, is that it?
Well, I'm still getting like a more to be announced thing, at least on the site.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems kind of like a sparse lineups. Yeah,
Right.
Just in terms of like looking at the past ones. I don't know. Do they usually? I mean, because I know like MDF will announce like headliners like super late. Like, oh, here's the next batch. Like shit, that kind of jumbles up everything now.
Hopefully
band
that's
would be
what
good.
happens.
I've been wondering because they never come around here. It's Eris Kingdom, man. Like
Oh yeah,
that fucking band. Like
They were at FTA last year.
Yeah. I saw those guys open for Bulldozer out here in Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
with
dude, I wanted to
Deceased.
go to that show. I was fucking.
It was
I
so
really
good,
wanted
brother.
to see Bulldozer. But,
Yeah, Bulldozer, Deceased, Eris Kingdom. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sick.
Oh, dude, Deceased is so much fun live. King is a consummate frontman. That
Yeah.
dude is just engaging as
I don't know
hell.
where he gets the energy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Ian's the one that told me about that show. He's like, dude, come down and fucking see Bulldozer. I'm like, all right. And then I just flaked. But he's going to be at MDF, or not MDF, California Death Fest.
Yeah,
So
I'm going
Ian
to
will
see
be-
Deceased out in Maui, actually.
Oh, you're doing the
April.
Hawaiian date?
We're going to that fest, so yeah. It's going to be sick. So hopefully I can interview King for the channel, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'll probably do it. He's pretty accommodating when it comes to that.
Yeah, he's very accessible. So yeah,
Mhm.
if I can get 10 minutes out of the King, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
that
probably give
dude
you
can
20.
talk.
Yeah. Or give you 30 for free.
So let me tell you a story. All right, cool. Go for it.
What was doing last night, man? He
Oh.
even acknowledged it. He's like, I'm kind of hogging the conversation. I hope I let you guys talk, get enough words in. Something along those lines. It was funny because it's like, he's self-aware. He's like, yeah, I know, I'm that guy.
It's because back in the day, dude, there's so much going on. Like, you had a story for like every show or every time, like you went out to see stuff. Like, it was so crazy back then, and it was just like, I don't know, man. It was just a different
You
time.
know what I realized too, man? It's like, my mom's getting older, right? So, and I feel like she's like telling me stuff that I've already kind of heard. And I'm thinking, and it dawned on me, I'm like, sometimes people need to tell stories to remind themselves, man, because they don't forget it. It's not so
Yeah.
much for you. It's kind of in a way to kind of reinforce shit. I need to kind of fucking, you can't always write everything down, but
Yeah.
you tell the stories so you don't forget it.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
just
you
like,
pass them on to your kids and whatever. You know what I mean?
playing in their brain so that
Yeah.
they.
Especially you do these shows, man. You go place to place to place. It's like you're gonna have you might play a similar set, but the cities are going to be different. The people you meet are going to be all different. So different experiences.
Yeah, and I was surprised. That video I did with Dennis, like everything was popping up, like everything I forgot about, like, but it just came back. He's like, "Oh, I saw cancer." And I'm like, "Where?" And I'm like, "Oh, I saw him."
Right?
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you were at that show. No,
I
what?
was.
Oh, yeah. With Pestilence? Oh, yeah.
I was there.
Dude, we
And
get
I'm like,
that a
I've
lot.
never seen cancer before. It's like, yes, you have, dumbass.
Happened to be like last week. I went to the record shop and talking to a dude that Scott Chuck that owns the place, and this guy came in, older guy. He's talking about how he caught Minor Threat like 10 years ago, and the guy's he's looking at me, we're looking at each other like, this guy's so full of shit.
Yeah, I saw him 10 years ago.
And when he left, he's like, dude, he comes here all the time, just talking all kinds of nonsense. It's like, because it was the first time I seen him, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I turned around like, how the fuck is he?
Yeah, saw Queen last year. It was amazing. Like, right? No, gotcha. Cool.
I bought this Minor Threat record 10 years ago.
It's like, if you're a shop owner,
That's
you come
more
in,
like-
you have to fucking put up with that.
I mean, that's a killer fucking EP, man.
Out of step or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of step.
Man, it's so fucking good. I remember listening to that. That's one of my skating records. Like, I was gonna do a video too, just like records that I used to skate to when I was a kid. But yeah, that's one of them for sure.
Out of step.
Yep.
What about crossover?
No,
You didn't
I don't
skate
like
to that?
crossover, dude. I don't like crossover.
Okay. You just like the EP or what?
No, I like dealing with it. Dealing with it, I love.
That's killer.
Yeah.
And the first EP, but I felt like crossover, they feel awkward to me. Like they don't know exactly what they're doing. That's why I don't like that record for me, because it feels like it's a band trying to do something that they're really not.
Okay.
So it doesn't feel like genuine to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, I like some of the songs on them, but for me, it just feels awkward. Like it's a punk band trying to turn metal, but they don't really know what they're doing. But I get why people like it. I mean, it has
Yeah.
some good songs on it, but for me, it
Because
just
that was
feels
me
awkward.
while I was trying to skateboard. I was listening to crossover. I didn't
Yeah.
hear that earlier DRI till like way later.
Right. And the only reason I heard it, and now I'm going to have a story. Sorry.
Go ahead, man.
I had to go to summer school because I didn't pass algebra or something. And I met this punk kid during that time, and he was a skater dude too. So we used to skate, and we got like talking about music and stuff, and he knew all this punk shit. And I had all the metal stuff, so I would record him all of like Slayer and Exodus and all that shit, and he would record me like Black Flag, DRI, The Exploited, Heresy, that kind of shit. He had all the 7 inches, like all the OG presses that he would actually record that shit off of. So that's how I started hearing those bands, and I was like, holy shit, this shit's so fucking good. Which is like, then I was really into DRI, and I saw them when they played the Farm. I want to say it was '86 with DRI and Sacrilege and Possessed.
Oh,
and,
fuck.
And Attitude Adjustment played that show too. And Discharge was in their glam phase.
Oh,
Like
God.
when they came out with that New World or whatever that
World,
was. Grave World Disorder or something, and they were throwing, like, the punk dudes were throwing trash cans on them, and they were like, DRI, DRI, and they were just so punk attitude. And the next year, fucking DRI comes out with a crossover. Like, they were just like, fuck metal, and it was like, dun, 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 dun.
People don't know,
Where
man.
was
That
the
was
farm
the,
at?
that was the golden era, man. When that shit, like the Accused and all these bands were
The
fucking coming out.
the farm was in San Francisco.
Okay.
And they played it was mostly all punk shit, but they played metal dudes would sneak in there, but then the punk dudes would like when Possessed played, they threw eggs at them,
Damn.
God.
and they fucking hated Sacrilege BC. I just sounded like J Dog right there.
Yes.
Hated.
Yeah, when Sacrilege played Fairfield, yeah, it was Epidemic, Horde of Torment. It was all these bands, like thrash bands, and then Sacrilege came on, and they're like, "Fuck you!" Yeah, it was all that shit. I didn't see
Couldn't wait.
DRI till like the Berkeley Square, bro. And I think
Oh,
it was
really?
like Thrash Zone, Full Speed, something like that.
I love Full Speed Ahead. That
It was
the
like
first one
way
for me.
later.
Probably what I would have done, but because I met that punk dude, I knew all that stuff. And then DRI was always playing in the Bay Area. They would always play in the Bay Area. It was almost like they were a Bay Area band, but they weren't. And you'd be on like every
Right.
fucking bill. I'm like, DRI again? All right, I'm cool. I saw him open for Slayer in fucking '85 for Hell Awaits tour in Salinas.
Yes.
I had
You
a
have
bar.
that,
We had a bar
jersey.
like,
You have that jersey, right?
yeah, and I
Yeah.
had the fucking live Undead that has the "Where the hell is
What the hell is
Salinas" on the back.
Salinas? Yeah.
But yeah, shit, dude. Cliff Burton was at that show too. He was on stage, like,
fuck.
untwisting the wires and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's fucking Cliff Burton. But yeah, that was a killer show. But
Yeah,
we
that's
had to
cool.
borrow like someone's car. We were like fucking 13, and where's your 15-year-old cousin so we can go fucking see the show?
Yeah.
That was
Somebody who could shoulder tap to get us something.
dude,
Not
and
these
everybody that
lame-ass
drove was like,
13-year-olds.
"Oh, dude, I'm on shrooms." All right, that's cool. We got to go to Salinas.
But shrooms,
Why did we
learner's
get the
permit,
guy on
200 miles
shrooms
away.
fucking driving? Gave no shits back then. Oh,
Safety
man.
third.
We'd be fucking driving, and somebody would be like, "Shh," and pop in a fucking tape, and it's like, what the fuck's this? Oh, it's a Death Angel demo, dude. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, game over. There you go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days.
Different
man.
times, man.
That's what I was trying to say. That's when everything was
relate.
fresh to do, man. That was fucking golden era, man. Like everything was just this, and this. You just exploring, finding all kinds of shit. Like now, it's all out, man. It's already out. Like you're just exploring this up now. You're fucking probably overwhelmed just playing catch up.
Yeah.
Always catching up to everything, even
Yeah.
the new releases, because there's so much out there.
Yeah.
Perpetually.
It's, you're always behind
There's
the eight ball.
a lot of good new stuff too, but then you
Oh, yeah.
you go back and you hear like old stuff you never heard. Like there's so many demos. Like I could probably just go on YouTube and listen to demos like for fucking 20 days straight that I've never heard in my life. It's crazy.
And
Then
you
you
have a
have
great
the
20 days. I mean, yeah.
of the tape trading. That was the one made it exciting, man. It's like when you have the fucking physical tapes you passed around, and
Yeah,
the mystery, you know, and the excitement of fucking.
It probably all felt like it mattered more, right? Because you'd work to get all of it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man. That's what it was all about. It was all
Yeah.
about working for something.
Yeah.
You don't have to work for anything now, but back
No.
then you had to pick off stamps and like
Yep.
send handwritten letters and
Mhm. You were building like a network of people to
yep.
give you the music you wanted.
And then you get like that fucking package in the mail and it'd be like 6 tapes all like rubber band together and like these giant lists of like demos and shit that you've never heard of and you're like, holy shit. Like every one of those was so much that was like fucking gold back then because you're listening to something like so like
Oh, just
nudie.
wondering if you're ever gonna get anything back. You sent some cash through the mail when people used to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
did that all the time.
It's just it seems so like today trying to think of that people used to do that. It sounds so idiotic, but you know, I guess it kind of was. But you know,
Yeah, it's like send
What
well
else would
hidden
you do?
cash. What do you mean well hidden?
Folded up in a
multiple,
flyer.
multiple fake envelopes.
Make a paper crane out of it.
Yeah.
I think you wrapped it in the letter you wrote, and then you like put it in an envelope in another envelope.
Yep.
And then
Not
it's
gonna
like,
open
Some
dude, did you get my
aluminum
letter?
foil or something.
It's like put it inside of a Russian hatching doll.
I would send that shit off to fucking. I'd send it to fucking Finland or somewhere and get back like 3 fucking demos and a record. I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
all right, cool. What is this?
Sounds
This
legit.
is fucking carbonized. I don't know what this is. It was $5 though, so that's cool.
yeah, that
You
would
need-
never use the stamp.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they used. That was. We always had to like, you know, fucking
Can't get
take
away
the
with that now.
stamps off. Please send back my stamps. I'm like, all right, dude. It's like 48 cents.
Cut them out, send them back
Yep.
because they're all glued over. So you
Yep.
can wipe the
Like every
postage
time
off.
they're like completely glued. They have like 5 other stamps on top of them. I'm like, they know they've been used, dude.
Like, no, man, we're fooling them, dude.
No, I'm gonna
Work
wash
the
these out.
system.
I'm like, it's $1.50. Really, you gonna spend all that time? I'm gonna wash all the ink off.
I got alcohol wipes. I can
Oh,
get
man.
this. Don't
well,
trip.
you know,
Yeah.
every penny mattered, man. They're
Oh,
fucking
I
lenient.
remember this one dude that I traded with in Hawaii. Man, the guy's list of tapes, it was not, I'm not joking, it was like a stack like this of papers of all the stuff he had. He had like thousands and thousands of fucking demos and live recordings and records. I was like, yeah, I can't even compete with this guy. I'm not going to have anything he doesn't have. But I always had like these one or 2 or 3 things that no one else ever had that they were always like, okay, dude, I'll trade you like 6 tapes for those 3. And I'm like, all right. Which was cool because you could always get like that one super rare thing that everyone wanted and send that. And then they'd send you like 6 things because they really wanted those 3 other things, which was really cool too.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna head out because it is almost 4 a.m. here. I need to get some sleep. Good hangs tonight.
Right, Nick.
I think Jeff went to sleep, man. He like never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say
he's
like
out.
he's jumping a side quest because he's been on it for a while.
He texted me that he's too
Longest
fucked
bump in the
up to get
world.
back on.
Can't come back on. Found a whole bag of pizza rolls in the back of the freezer.
I hope he eats
Tell my
them up
family I
first.
love them. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. All right, I'll catch y'all later. It was good hanging out.
Hi, Nick.
Hey,
Nick.
cheers, Nick.
Peace.
Later, man.
Cheers.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
Seems
definitely
like-
different
seems like
times,
weird
man. Now it's like it's kind of work too, like trying to find what you actually enjoy from just how much is released every week. There's so much out there. Like, how do you figure out what you're actually interested in?
harder now than ever, man. It's just like
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
what I've become used to, but it even like 10 years ago, I don't feel like there was this much stuff out there to like kind of dive through.
Oh, it's crazy.
There's
Too many
so much.
bands.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? It's more like you got death metal, thrash metal, heavy metal, like prog metal. There's so much shit. Like you
Yeah.
can't like
And then there's the
listen
like the
to it.
hybrid bands, just thrash, just black and thrash. Then you
Yeah.
got like fucking black.
Oh yeah, the mixed genres.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like back in the day because the death metal scene got totally over flooded. That's why
Yeah.
black metal even fucking.
Which kind of happened in
Damn, dude.
Sorry.
by the late
Like
'90s.
saw
Like,
blades pulling out.
Yeah. Just another drink. That's all.
remember, there was a bit of a death metal crash, like in the late '90s, when it was just oversaturation of the bands. We've been through this before. It just happens kind of in these cycles. A bit of a dry spell, and then now everything's kind of makes this resurgence. Not like the bands ever went away. It's just there was this period when people kind of dropped out.
Well, I think
Yep.
too with death metal, like there were so many bands, and then it just got kind of diluted, and then like all these bands thought they were. I remember going specifically to a fucking Broken Hope show, and they were handing out like glossy flyers of themselves, like, "Here, man, you want this?" and like trying to sign their names, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this? You're Broken Hope, dude. Yeah, why are you trying to sign a fucking photo? I don't want that shit." And at that point, I was like, "Death metal's over." Like,
Oh my.
these guys think they're something that they're not. Like, this is the whole point of death metal, of going from thrash to death metal, is to become more uh, anti fucking conformist to what was going on, right? That's how music always is. You always have another genre that's trying to, like, the one genre that's getting away from heavy metal now is more like radio friendly or MTV friendly. And remember, because thrash started out like very heavily satanic and violent, and then went very political, humanitarian. Like, okay, now we're going to change our songs and we're going to talk about things that matter. And that's when thrash metal like lost its edge, and then death metal took over. And then death metal got oversaturated, and these guys thought they were fucking big shit. And then black metal started with Fenriz, right, dude? He's like, fuck this shit. Because remember, he's in a death metal band, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Soulside Journey, but it's kind of a generic death metal record. It's very by the books.
I kind of feel that
Sound,
with it. You know.
sounds very Swedish.
Mhm.
And not that I don't like it. I love the record. I just think it's not overly original.
I don't hear anything like innovative about it. I'll put it on. I'm like, well, I like it. It's a good record, but it's not like even at the time, it wasn't like breaking any ground that other bands weren't already doing.
Right.
Exactly. And then they're just like, nah, this isn't what is supposed to be happening right now. So let's like go back to the fucking Bathory, Venom, Hellhammer type of sound and speed it up with what we know about death metal. And I like how they incorporated the rhythms and stuff of death metal into black metal. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. They're like, "Oh, this is black metal." I'm like, it's black metal after death metal, so it incorporates death metal into it with the rhythms, um, which I always thought was pretty cool, and I like that genre too, or that era of Dark Throne. But um, and it's very angry, very anti. It's almost a punk record for me.
It's interesting because when Dark Throne was coming out with that stuff, then you had like out of nowhere, like Emperor came out, and then like they were trying to go this other direction, and they did all the symphonic elements and shit. Like it's just, trying to stand apart and trying to incorporate other elements into their sound.
That would have been crazy to hear.
They were just a bunch of kids
back in the day, yeah.
Just trying to.
Night's Got Eclipse.
That was cool too to hear like those bands coming out at the time, because it was different than what was coming out. So now the people that were like really into the underground death metal shit were like into black metal now, because that was taking over like what's what's not popular, I guess.
Like,
I don't know how to explain
when
it.
did you feel like that started to take over? Was it like around 93, 94, or was it even earlier that you were like, oh man, okay?
No,
That's
I think
about
it was
right.
right around that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I got like every fucking black metal demo and all that shit. My whole tape trading from death metal went into like black metal after that.
And you
At that
remember
time.
we were talking about Vaughn when we saw him with the Cannibal Corpse, brother.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were like, what the hell is this shit? These guys fucking suck. People were throwing shit at them. But yeah,
Yep.
that Dark Throne album came out, Blazing Northern Sky, and it's like, okay, this is black metal.
Vaughn was one of the earlier like American black metal bands, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It seems so sudden, that transition, But then when you go back and you go, okay, well, there was that Goat Lord period, right? Like it was supposed to have been that thing in between, but then we never got to listen to it. It just went from that fucking Blazing Lords in the Sky. You're like, what?
Speaking of Goat Lord, that's
yeah.
But we're talking about also like
that Goat Lord demo, man. That shit fucking killed. I had that demo. I mean, I have a I have the vinyl now, but I had the original demo. I had the original demo, but it was in my like tape box in my car, and my tape box got stolen one time, and the Goat Lord demo was in there.
Damn,
I'm like,
dude.
fuck,
Downtown
my Goat
San
Lord
Jose.
demo. Yep, I was at the fucking Century Theaters. I stole my tape box.
At
But
the
you know
West
what?
Gate?
I had that fucking the cover. Remember the fucking connector to the stereo where you would take off the top part? These guys have no idea what we're talking about.
No, sorry.
You got to pull the shit out.
Yeah,
I remember from the perspective as a kid, just like because I remember that was a real thing people worried about, man, because your shit got fucking jacked, if you didn't, it was much easier back then. Now everything's fucking.
My tape deck in my car had like a handle that you pulled on. You took the tape deck out, and you either locked it in your trunk or you took it with you.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
Otherwise they'd break into your car just to steal that, because you could get good money back then for tape decks.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
We're old.
Right? What's a tape deck?
What is that shit? Who's selling what?
Even just now, you guys weren't here earlier, but like when we were talking about the last two things we listened to. So we kind of went around, and I said, well, if we're gonna talk about the last two things I listened to, what's the shit I was listening to in my car with in the CD player, and somebody said CD player. Like, yeah, I got an older car. Like, that's another thing, man. Like, we miss the tape decks in vehicles. And now it's fucking CDs. They're like not even cars anymore. I'm like, that's how old my car.
They're not. Yeah.
Still has a CD player.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, if you buy a car now, it just has fucking Bluetooth.
Yeah. That and USB port or for whatever. But like, you don't even, some of them don't even come with an aux cable anymore. You don't have the aux input.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't.
You do that, man. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, Bluetooth.
Yeah, my 2014 Honda still has a CD player. That's it.
Okay.
And the auxiliary.
The last one, man.
Yep.
Because, definitely like 2018, 2020, all those models.
Unless you buy something off the market.
That was gone.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like special order it. Or buy some fucking crazy Amazon, like, Bluetooth CD player to put in there.
My fucking my Honda has a fucking iPod connector inside the glove box where you can connect your iPod.
Really?
To play your music, right?
Yep.
It's like the old school iPod connector too, right? It's like the big fat, the wide.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that shit ruled. I had so many songs. I had like all these mixes on my iPod. Like, I would just play, and you could put like fucking. I had like the video one that had like a fucking 120 fucking gigabytes on it or something like that. So you could fit so much music on it.
This is back when an iPod was just an iPod and not a phone. Also,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But you can
Man.
watch movies on it on the like this little small screen. But
Yeah, that had to be nice, right? You could just focus on purely entertainment, and then there wouldn't be like a random work phone call or some shit like
Yeah.
that. That would just come through
exactly.
and like ruin, like, God damn it,
Yeah,
my
that's
fucking
true. I
album I'm
never
listening
even
to.
thought of that.
Because it happens these days, man. If you're using Spotify or any of this shit on your phone, you're, family member
Yeah.
calls, complain about something, or work.
I have one
Yeah.
for the gym, man. I have a little dedicated MP3 player. That's all it fucking does. Just
Honestly, that
MP3s. I'm good to go. Like,
this is mine for those situations. My little shitty MP3 player, where like a couple gigabytes.
I remember the first time when I was able to like burn MP3s to like a CD, and I'm like, dude, it's like you could fit, because you fit like one album on a CD, right? But when the MP3 thing happens, I could feel like I could fit like 10, 20, 30 albums in this thing,
Mhm.
like the
Yep.
best thing in the world. And I was catching up on a lot of music with that, and then you were able to make your own. Like the tape trading days, you can kind of just dub your old stuff, but CDs was another game changer because like you can add like that much more music
Yeah.
to everything.
Yep.
That was like exciting times.
Plus, you just put that in your fucking CD player, and it's you got like a whole rotation all week long, like
Yeah.
10 fucking records on that, or
Like I could fit all the
That's
Dark Throne albums, so like on one disc.
Yeah.
It was great.
I did that, and I would do like I would put like fucking 30 demos on a CDR and just listen to those. Like I'd be like thrash demos or death metal demos.
It was digital, so the copy was 1-to-1. It was like you didn't have to worry because you could do back in the tape days. It's like it was wear and tear. It's just the way it was with that media. But with the CD, it was just like if you messed up your CD, you could just make another copy. You didn't have to worry
Right.
about that stuff, and that was cool. Like, but I don't know. But here we are, man. Like it's like 2024. We're back to like buying normal CDs, and and I'm glad it's still around. I'm glad there's a reason for that, and the quality it's still much better than a straight MP3.
Yeah.
But generally, most people don't care. Generally, most people don't have the ear. But then you're talking about listening to like the demos. Like it's probably not going to matter anyway because these things are not like it's not hi-fi.
Exactly. I don't have the ear.
I don't either.
I'll tell you that much.
I'm kind of glad I kind of don't though because like I feel like it would
Saves
annoy
me a
me.
lot of money. That's for sure.
Well, if I was like an audiophile, like everything would fucking nag me. Like I don't like that feeling. Or like I would have to always be fucking concentrated. Whether everything would probably sound shitty to me, just because not everything is hi-fi.
Right.
Yeah.
See, it's almost a blessing being a metalhead. You just want to hear everything. As long as it can get loud, and you can be surrounded by the music, you're fine. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to be able to pick out. I mean, it's nice when you can do that, but like at the same time, as long as you can play it loud, it's all right.
That's the thing about
Yeah.
metal because it's not about that. It's not about that finesse of that.
Mm-mm.
That hi-fi and that everything's got to be tweaked to a certain thing. I mean, you can go there if you want.
Yeah.
Some genres, but
So like this
Oh,
damn Testament that I bought. This thing,
Is that a reissue or what is that?
yeah. So it's the new one from Nuclear Blast.
yeah, they reissued those just recently. I remember that announcement.
Yeah. So, but it's not the remastered.
Oh, okay.
And this stupid artwork. Look at that.
It's all
terrible.
blurry.
Oh man.
Sucks ass. I mean the vinyl's great,
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
but it's same shitty, muddy from 2017. It's garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, in like the next month or two, they're gonna have the remastered. I don't know what year it is, where they're trying to say we're repressing all this stuff with like the new order and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're probably asking what $30-$40 for that thing. Like,
yeah.
That's the part that gets me, man. It's just like, okay, I see why you're doing this, but
Absolutely.
you're getting like subpar quality products for,
Yeah.
for you know.
And the remaster sounds like crap. I already heard
Okay,
it.
you did?
Yeah, it's on Spotify already.
Oh my god! So I have 2 copies of this shit.
Yeah, the remaster it sounds very flat. They just flattened out everything. So the guitars are really high up in the mix on that record, and they've toned it down so the bass is louder and the vocals are louder. But I don't know, man. For me, I was like, I love that crunchy guitar tone on that record. It makes it a fucking great record for me. So when it's toned down, I'm like, it just doesn't work for me. It's not really remastered. It's like how they did the Twisted Sister Under the Blade when Twisted Sister got popular. They re-released Under the Blade, and the original press sounds really heavy and fucking killer, and then
Yeah.
the repress is super flat and like Stay Hungry kind of production.
Okay.
That's how like they just kind of like make it more, I don't know, like commercial for people to buy it, but I don't think that works for Testament. Like people don't want to hear like a tamed version of it. They want to hear the
Especially not
raw
the
version.
legacy, man.
Yeah.
That's such
Like
a
I think that
crazy
mix
album.
is perfect for me. I don't need a remix.
Just earlier, we had Tyler was here, and we were going around talking about our recent listens. He brought up that latest Seth album, just French black metal, and
Yeah.
what bothered him was the production because like he felt like everything. I haven't listened to it yet, but what he told me was everything sounded even between the drums, the bass, guitars, everything just kind of on that same level, and it was just nothing really kind of stood out. It kind of
That's
made
exactly right. Like just sounds very like even toned.
So what about that Stay Hungry with the pink press, 180 gram?
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah.
Is that
And-
remastered or it's just the original press?
I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I put it in my last video. I just refound it. It was sitting in my sale for Discogs, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it sounds like. But yeah, this
But you know
Testament is like, it's the same droopy shit from like 2017. And you say the remaster sucks? You already heard it? Fuck.
Yeah, I
dude.
don't like it. I mean,
How much money did I
how's
spend
that?
on this shit between this?
Does it sound good
that?
though, or it sounds bad?
Yeah. It sounds just as muddy as the OG.
Oh, really?
So they didn't remaster shit if
Huh.
you're saying what you're saying.
You know what sucks too, man? It's like you know what it's supposed to sound like, having heard the OG, but like these kids are gonna be picking this up, and this is the first probably only edition they'll listen to, And,
There's another shitty one I just got. Like this.
Oh shit!
oh,
the
Urban
fucking-
Discipline.
Damn.
Yeah,
Tales
but
from
like
the hard side.
it's so blurry, man. It's like a really bad, like, I mean, it's cool, like fucking gatefold with a poster and everything.
Uh-huh.
But look at the picture; they look like really blurry and like I don't know, man. It just looks like the CD press or something, like put on a record. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Or
It's-
you're just like,
the kid's
this
face
shit.
is so fucking blurry. You can't tell on the camera, but if you look at it, it's very like I don't know, man.
I've had that
Really
conversation at the record store recently. Like the past few months, I'm like, dude, like Chuck and these other guys, I'm like, is this a bootleg? He's like no. I'm like,
right? It
Yeah,
looks like a
could be.
bootleg.
yeah. Like, what is this? It's like you snapped a freaking with your phone. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, this
Right.
looks like shit.
well, I question it because like I'll see like a $40 price tag on some of these things, and I'm like,
Yeah, look at this shit.
That's-
Like,
bootleg.
come on, bro.
Dude, that's the worst part is the price tag. Like, what's the most you would
Yeah.
pay for a single LP? Like,
Would depend too, man. Like if it's long out of print and
ah,
the legacy's been repressed several times. Not like it's, but but it gets reissued. It's a popular album, and so it's to keep it in circulation because it's what it is. And then there's some that drop, and it's hard to find. It's and it's highly anticipated, I guess you could say. Legacy, I wouldn't say it's highly anticipated because it's already been out. That's a classic record, but it just depends on the record itself, like what band we're talking about.
Yeah,
I agree. It varies, like for the rarer stuff, like I maybe would drop 40, but for something like the Legacy, 25 tops.
Yeah.
And then when I was at Dennis's and I was talking about the Deicide reissues, so like the first 2 albums or the first 3, and then it goes into Serpents of the Light, right?
Uh-huh.
And then that record goes like way up above $200. So it's like,
That's why I picked up the box set. Like I'm like, there's a lot of these like to go off for the OGs and those stuff. Like it's just I can't do it, man. It's just
so those first 2 were $75 each, and then Once Upon the Cross will probably be 75 as well. The box set, the only reason I didn't get it is because it doesn't have inserts.
Yeah, that kind of
that's frustrating, man. Like,
yeah,
is that a like an earache thing? I mean, I guess not for Deicide. That's what is that Roadrunner who put out the Deicide box set?
I don't know if Metal Blade put it out or.
Oh, okay. But I know for all the earache reissues and stuff, there's like nothing. It's like bare bones.
Oh, earache's terrible.
It's just.
Oh yeah, this is.
You talk about artwork and like scanning, like dude, look at like Fourth Crusade, the 3rd press of that. It's like, oh my god.
You know which one's fucking good though? Is Clandestine. They did a really good job on that repress.
Okay,
the record looks really good. Shit. Yeah. Because I agree with you, man. The bolt thrower stuff is not great.
Garbage. Yeah.
But the Clandestine, I think it's a dynamic sound one.
Yeah.
Did a really good job.
It's the full dynamic
cover, and it sounds fucking good. I played that shit super loud, and it sounds really good. But then, I'll play stuff like the Spiritual Healing. Sounds like fucking shit, dude.
I think they're
horrible.
Yeah.
You can't get it over like 10, and it starts like muffling out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Sounds like shit.
Yeah, the bolt throwers are the worst.
Yeah.
Because they're not mastering it for vinyl specifically either. They're just picking up these files.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like it's not an analog, like pressing. It's taken from a digital source, so you don't know what you're ever going to get.
Yep.
That's why it's like always good. Like Dan always says, like read the reviews before you buy a record because it could be like a really bad, copy or recording.
If you turn it up to 10, it shouldn't do that. That tells you easily.
And all they want to do is put it on fucking cotton candy vinyl, and then all these dudes will buy it because it's on this special vinyl, 200 fucking vinyl, limited press. But it sounds like fucking garbage. But I read somewhere that 80% of people that buy vinyl don't have a turntable.
That's true.
80%.
They just collect it.
Yep. I mean, know a couple people like that.
I mean, like we all know 1 or 2 people, but 80%, man, that's
it's a crazy number. I was like, wait, what? What's the fucking point? They want the physical copy of the record that they love.
At that point, it's like a print. It's like an art print they're buying.
Right.
It's like
it's more like a.
Back in April, man. Record store day. These people were like lines out the door, and they're all wanting to buy like Taylor Swift or whatever. And I could hear these conversations. They're like, I don't even have a record player, but I gotta have that record.
We gotta have the Swiftie, yeah.
It's the product.
My buddy owns a local shop in Sacramento. Yeah, they were like Swifties out the door, like just buying vinyl. Never gonna play it. Yep. Never gonna hear it. They're just buying it. Yeah.
I mean,
all day long.
If, glass is half full, they're making money off that shit.
Yes, for sure. It was as big as day ever.
Yeah. Good for them, at least, like.
it's just funny because I walk in there, like especially some of the metal shops, and they're carrying that shit. It's like they know what they're doing, right? They're not coming in,
right.
like they know who's coming because they tried every shop. It's probably sold out here, sold out there, and then they're like,
someone will buy it.
"There's this little metal shop over here." And they
Yeah.
probably, and bam, like sure enough.
We got 4 copies of it. Where you at?
Right?
Holy shit!
That's crazy. When I heard those numbers, I was like, what? And then I realized, like, if you go to like Walmart, Target, they're all selling vinyl because
Dude, they are.
obviously it makes money. Like and they sell turntables. I mean, they sell shitty turntables.
Yep.
Like fucking Frosley shit, but
The bubble, I think, has started to burst though, because I got this one on clearance for $11 right here for
Oh, is it the
Regular
Walmart?
Target?
That's the Walmart, right?
This is the Walmart one, yeah.
I have
Okay.
that same copy.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yep. I got it for the same price. It was like on clearance or something.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah. I had
Shit.
that same copy and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. It's like
Absolutely.
on red vinyl.
I didn't even care. Yeah, it's jump in the fire engine red.
Oh, nice.
Solid.
We noticed, Jeff. You did a little vanishing act, and like we figured you were
Oh my god.
little
Yeah.
baked for the night.
House,
All good, man.
this is another Walmart one I picked up for
Oh, nice.
$10.
Oh, you got
So,
the
a
icon.
random icon for Rush.
Nice.
Like,
I got several of those, but I don't have any icons on vinyl. They're all like on CD.
yeah, it's kind of weird to have. I don't often play that stuff for
I think the last
For
one
records,
I
yeah.
had one. Yeah, I think some people just skip it altogether, just like like Cam medical pathologists. I'm just CD only people, and it's just like save yourself a lot of trouble. But we keep punishing ourselves with vinyl.
why not do both?
That's the problem. Do that.
Punish-
Fucking- we just collect everything. It's just
exactly.
man. That's just
For me, CDs is still just the most affordable and most reliable way to go. So
Yep.
I'm a CD guy through and through.
I buy CDs, but for me, I don't. And again, I'm saying the pressing matters. Like, I'm not going to just buy something and it sounds like shit. And everyone's like, oh, I need this on vinyl. It's like, do you really need it on vinyl? Because it's just going to be like a digital press onto your vinyl. So you might as well buy the CD. Like, if you want something specific, buy the cassette because that's going to sound different every time you play it. Like, if you really want
That's
something
scary.
analog, this shit's going to be like wobbly. Sometimes it like you hear something different, then it plays something different. Like with cassettes, you never know what you're going to get. I mean, with vinyl, yeah, you'll get some pops and scratches sometimes. The same thing with CDs. And that's the thing with CDs. I remember when they came out, everybody's like, oh, they won't scratch and all this shit. I have so many scratch CDs that sound like I can't even play. And I was like, what?
Yep.
Nah,
I have a bunch of CDs where before you put them in, you're just like,
right?
please,
Please play.
please play. Register.
It's like kind of suck too because they crack so easily in the fucking spindles, and you're hoping it doesn't doesn't scratch the disc.
And you always forget which ones are like, you open it up and they'll just like jump out at you. Which ones are like the spindles are so broken the CDs just fall out.
And I hate that
Like,
shit.
this is my favorite
like,
album
"Oh,
ever.
I hate it when it's like a special jewel, like a color jewel or something special about it. I'm like, fuck, man! Like, now you got to replace it with a generic one.
Dude,
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least like when it is like a jewel case or something, you can just replace it. But the digipacks, man, when your digipacks get fucked up, that's it.
Oh man, I could bitch about earache, man, all day, man.
Well, exactly, because they're the worst for the digipacks,
Horrible.
dude. Like they don't even
Horrible
give you the
vinyl.
notes. They're like scan the QR code to look up your lyrics and shit.
Yeah, man. This is little things that hurt you. It's like, dude,
Lyrics are available at earache.com/
I don't want to do that, man. It's like when I go to a restaurant.
Why would I buy the fucking CD if yeah. It's like restaurants like you can look at your food, but you can't eat it. Oh.
Dennis, do you really need a copy of Urban Discipline?
Yes.
Apparently.
on vinyl.
I got
Already
that.
had
I
the
think
cassette.
that's
Had the
Punch the
cassette.
floor.
I had the cassette and the CD. So
It's been on my mind
saw
again,
this,
man.
but it
They
was,
played
this
that.
was
They
only
played that.
this was
They played that whole album, man.
25
Like
bucks, dude.
at the fest, man. They played that
Yeah,
whole album.
That's
dude.
25?
Fucking first record. I have that on vinyl. OG press.
Yep. I believe
Dude,
it.
I saw them at Omega Fest, and they were great. I haven't seen Biohazard in years, but
Oh man,
It's just-
dude.
That's
They
what I
put
was.
on
I was a little
a
nervous because I'm like,
show
do
back in the
they,
day.
do they still got it, man? But they played a fucking great set, man.
yeah,
Every time I'm like,
Evan, Billy, they all looked rad. They're
the shapes that guy was in, man, like at his age,
Yeah.
it was just like,
yeah,
I'm like, man,
Just
what
cut.
am I doing with my life?
yeah.
Aren't some of them like dating porn stars and shit like that? Like
Yeah, that's probably
that was Evan's wife.
That was years
That was-
ago.
that was you. Okay, that was
When you're way younger, not an old ass man.
I didn't figure you for a biohazard guy, Peter.
I
Yeah,
know.
neither
Now
would I.
He's like, oh, let me get out my Marauder demo.
Talk about somebody who got CDs, man. Holy shit.
Man, Marauder would be. That could use a repress,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? I mean, come on. Like, I would love to buy. What is it? Killing? What is the fucking name of that?
Yes.
Master
Killing.
Master Killer, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yes, Master Killer. Yep.
Master Killer.
Wow, man.
That album, I don't have it
That
on
album
vinyl.
is-
I need it.
And I just want it on CD, but CDs are like fucking through the roof for it.
Yeah.
What is it? Life
That
is
that
fucking
record,
pain.
Yep.
it's a really dark fucking album. It's really
it
like
is.
That's great.
it's mean and just kind of depressing. But still it still gets the blood pumping in like a crowd killing kind of way.
I mean, that shit, that was it's still a really hard fucking record. If you listen to that record, it
really
never
fucking hard.
lost. There's some records that lose things like
It
over
holds
the
up.
years, but Master Killer fucking holds up.
Yeah.
It
Like,
probably
there's
is one of those
certain
that
records-
aged like wine, dude. I think.
Yeah. For
Like, it
me,
just
like
got
those
better.
first the first Ringworm LP, holy
Okay.
shit,
The Promise.
dude. Just fucking destroys, man.
Yep.
Still to this day. That album's so fucking hard.
I haven't heard that one. I know
Promise.
their
Oh
later
my
stuff,
God.
man. Like I
So
definitely like
fucking
Ringworm,
hard.
but
Yep.
Yeah, back in the day, that and the I don't want to say maybe the first Hatebreed, but the Hatebreed fucking 7-inch, man.
ooh.
Yeah.
And
the demo,
and the-
brother. Under
yeah,
the knife.
and the
Under the knife.
yeah,
Yep.
that's the 7-inch that I was talking about, but
Yeah.
it came out
It was
on
a
demo
demo
first
and then went
the
into a
7-inch.
7-inch. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit. I remember like going out and being like, we'd go to Gilman to see a fucking hardcore show, and you'd see some dude in a fucking Hatebreed shirt, and you're like, oh shit, that dude has a Hatebreed shirt. Like, it was so rare to
careful.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were talking on the video I did at your house. We went and saw him at Berkeley Square on that demo. And then we went
Yep.
up to Insurrection Records in Reno and saw that show the same time.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
So sick.
Yeah, man, that was crazy, man. And seeing them and oh shit, who's that? Remember that other band from New York I saw too? 25 to Life. They were fucking killer.
Yeah.
Rick to Life.
Rick to Life, dude. You know how many
DIY,
demos I bought
yo.
off that guy?
Printing shirts.
That dude
bootlegging.
he'd sell hella bootleg demos. You'd be like, oh, dude, let me get that demo. You get it, be a Michael Jackson
He's
cassette.
fucking cutting that shit in his fucking back of his car, printing shirts, bootlegging.
I lived in the weird area, man. Like, so, it was closer to Atlantic City, the Tom's River area. And we would get like the imports from like the Philly side, and we get the New York guys. So it was kind of weird. It's like you could be an Eagles fan or a New York Giants fan. It's like you were in that middle part of Jersey, where like when things were coming. So when it came to hardcore, it was just like you were getting stuff from like New York, stuff coming in from the other side. It was just like so, and then we had like the locals, and the locals kind of were part of the Jersey, but they would kind of associate themselves as, oh, we're like New York. I'm like, but it's a whole different. It was a whole different feel, a whole different vibe. And I remember like 25 to Life would be one of those bands that would come around, and Fury of Five was like the local band to us, and you know, and so there was a bit of a claim there, but it was cool. I remember in the mid '90s learning about all this stuff and getting into all these bands at the time and just trying to figure all this stuff out, man. But it was a lot of pride in the region, you know, when it came to a lot of these, you know, these hardcore bands. And then I moved to Philly, and then you know, then it was like Hatebreed was blowing up. And I remember that was one of the first hardcore shows I seen when I moved to Philly. I think the bill was with Earth Crisis.
Oh shit!
At the time, I think it was that one, and it was cool. Like, you know, there was that side of it.
See, for like America, I feel like the turn of the century, like hardcore metalcore stuff. That's like that super urban, you know, very much inspired by the cityscape. Like that's like the equivalent of like what certain black metal, like, you know, inspired by like the forests of Norway, you know, just people inspired by their surroundings. Like that's an American, just inspired by the cities and the urban environment, you know. And
that was
I
one of
think
the
it's in
things
our
about,
I think it's in our DNA a little bit.
yeah, about the Bay Area. We didn't really have like hardcore bands. We had like Hoods and like Powerhouse.
Sacto.
Yep. But there wasn't a lot of like hardcore bands in the Bay Area. It was like
So-
very sparse.
Yeah.
Huh, so it was like
Quick,
very much an East Coast thing then.
Because it originated
Yeah.
here, right?
Big
It's
time.
like hip hop. Like it originated in this coast, and it kind of spread out, and it had to form its own identity over there.
Was it already was it like skater punk by the time it made it out to the East Coast or the West Coast? I mean, like,
Yeah. So like Dennis said, we had like the Hoods out in Sac. And I just remember like 25 to Life came out here and the show got canceled. So Mikey Hood from the Hoods grabbed a generator and we went out to the middle of a field and we had a show out there. It's like, what the So yeah, there was an impromptu hardcore show out in the middle of a field.
I mean, back then we had fucking shows in fucking the backyard. I remember playing a show where I was singing for a death metal band in the back of somebody's yard, and this guy was like raging in front of me, like he knew the song, and I'm like, okay, this guy's cool. And then like 2 seconds later, like some guy got a bike thrown on him. I was like, dude, that guy just got a bike, and you're just like, oh man, all right. That's just crazy ass shit back then.
That's like, I went out to see Dystopia at some fucking party in Oakland, and I'm like,
oh man.
Yeah.
And it just like went off the hook immediately. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Sense.
Somebody's getting fucked up. Somebody's.
Dystopia were a band ahead of their time.
I remember I went to a party in Santa Cruz, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, up next, hey, what's up, dude? We're Skank and Pickle. Remember Skank and Pickle?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Shit.
That's a new one. Skank and Pickle.
Yeah, put it next to Slam and the Motherfuckers. Look up that band too.
Oh,
Skank and
shit.
Pickle.
Pickle
Slam
was
and the
big.
Motherfuckers. Terrible.
Oh my
Very
god, they're
shit.
actually on Spotify. What the hell? Skank and Pickles. What? Skink and Pickle Fever? Is that the album I want?
No, you want the band. And look up Nuclear Rabbit. That's another one.
Oh man.
Fuck, dude, I have that CD.
We have fucking so much bad shit out here. It's like
You remember that girl I came to the show with that time when we recorded the video? I don't know
No.
if you remember her, but She's like, let me record you this Nuclear Rabbit CD. And she drew a rabbit on the CD. That's why I remember. I still have it somewhere. Like, what the fuck is a nuclear rabbit?
Those dudes were from like Sonoma County or some shit. Like way
Really?
up there.
Were they? Did they suck?
They were like fucking Primus, dude.
Oh,
So
I thought so. I thought it was like a Primus
pick your
Faith No
style.
More type
Yeah,
of thing.
that's what they sound like. Or what'd you say, Mordred?
No, Faith No More.
Yeah, same shit. Mordred, Faith No
Yeah.
More, Primus.
There's
Yeah.
a funky element to them.
Yeah, funky. Dude had like a Russian like the snow cap,
Yeah.
and he would be in the pit like hopping around. He was sweating and fucking spitting, and yeah, it was garbage.
Well,
We
I just
didn't have
downloaded it
fucking,
to check out. So
We didn't
Can't
have
wait.
Master Killer. We had fucking Nuclear Rabbit.
damn, you got the short straw.
Yes, it was terrible.
You guys had
I would
who?
take like
We had
one New
Nuclear
York
Rabbit
hardcore
and
band
Skank
out
and
here.
Pickle. Skank and
You
Pickle
like-
were cool. I mean, they were just like a fucking ska like punk band.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like
I
Nuclear
don't even
Rabbit.
deal
We
with
were
this.
just drinking and having a good time. They're a great band. If you're fucked up, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. If you won't remember it the next day, it was great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who played? Slam ATM? All right, cool. Let's
I remember
fucking
it was
go.
a fucking Halloween party, and I walked into the door, and this guy, like in green, like fucking Hulk grease paint, tackles me, and he's like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" And it was this dude named Doug that was like this crazy ass dude that would do crazy shit all the time. There was always that one guy, like that was always massively fucked up, and he was huge. He was like that giant guy. And he was like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" I got green shit all over me, and it's like, "Oh, it's Doug. All right." Like you
Yeah.
always give him a pass. It's Doug. It's cool. But then he would get like super crazy sometimes.
Did you see that guy that had the headset during the World in a World video for Violence?
Yeah, dude, I was at that
Did you ever
show.
see him at the Omni?
Maybe. I was at that World in a World show.
Yeah, but dude, that dude was at every fucking Omni show, like doing cartwheels, like fucking like slamming into people. And that's
Yeah.
why they picked him to do that. But he was at like every show doing the fucking tank roll and doing all that shit.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't remember him, but I remember him at that show specifically, but he was probably there. I just don't
Dude,
remember him.
you can go to an aggro show, you can go to a Morbid Angel show, it doesn't matter. That dude was doing cartwheels the whole time.
Oh, shit.
That sounds nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy. That show was crazy. That violent show.
I didn't go to that Stone show. That's cool, you went.
Yeah, that was a sick show.
Yeah, you, Cole, and Steve were probably the only ones there.
Yeah.
You got Finland Stone,
No.
the thrash band.
No, we were it's the Stone. It's a
The
venue,
Okay, my
a
bad.
bar club in San Francisco.
On Broadway.
Yep. And Broadway, now that's another story, dude. Because you go on Broadway, it's nothing but fucking strip clubs and fucking it's like one of the worst parts of San Francisco for sure.
Yeah, it was a shithole. Now there's nothing there, but yeah. Back then it was a shithole.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I saw some video of a dude walking around San Fran, like it was like a couple weeks back, and it's like you just described, man. Like everything's closed down. It's depressing, man. Like,
Damn.
So were you watching Metal Leo?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Shit.
So he's been a guy in the scene for years. He's been to many shows. But yeah, he's like a metal guy that covers SF. It's bad. Me and Dennis haven't been back in years because there's nothing there anymore.
Yeah, there's a big mall, the Franklin Mills Mall of Philly. They're like shutting down. There's like nothing there. The Sam Ash was there. It's like that Sam Ash is going out of business. Like they're just completely. They've been around like a century, and like the malls are going with it, and it's like it's spilling everywhere, man. Like
Yeah.
just you see it with the cities, like it's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're going to Market Street, Fisherman's Wharf. There's nothing there. You're just showing up, and I don't know what you're doing because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's like, and you guys got memories, man, and we're just thriving, right? I mean, it's
Yep.
like jam packed. There was always some event going on. It was just like, it just kind of moved elsewhere.
Yeah, it's
I
very
mean, but
sad.
you just, I mean, back then, like even like Broadway, like I said, it was pretty rough. You don't know if you're gonna get jumped or stabbed or
Yep.
whatever, and you're just a kid out there too, like, and you're going to see Exodus or fucking Slayer or whoever's playing at the Stone or to the Map. What was that place called? The Map. Map Hui, I think it was called. Theater.
Mabuhay?
That was on Broadway too.
Mabuhay Gardens. Yeah.
Yep, that was on Broadway. I saw Exodus there too. But that was, yeah, man. There was just a bunch of like craziness going on there. A lot of fucking prostitutes and all sorts of stuff. So it
Are
was
you
like
over
it was
50,
like
Dennis?
it was it was our what's that called? Kind of our 42nd Street in the Bay Area. A lot of kind of seediness there. But when you're a kid, you're just like whatever. Like you
Yeah,
don't
because
really
you
You're
had
there for a show.
yeah, you had Big Al's, you had the Lusty Lady, you had all this great shit.
You know them all.
Just here in Philly, it's like, so when we go to the fest, like we have the Fillmore, right, where Decibel does their thing and whatnot. And when you go a little further down, because it's like the bridge with the subway or the what do you call it, the rail line goes through, that's Kensington Avenue, man. Like, so the infamous, that's like the East Coast Skid Row. It's like, you go through there and it's just like people all zombed out, because they're all addicted, and that's depressing to drive through. You're gonna get jacked driving through there, man. Like I would refuse to drive anywhere past that particular area. But I said just a little further down, and there's the venue. It's like, that's the city for you.
So that's in Philly? Is that where you're from? Or
Yeah.
okay.
So,
yeah,
in
because I
Philly,
can picture that rail line going up, and
yeah, it's right there, man. Like and that's the Fillmore. I was there. We were with Jeff. We went to the Decibel Fest, and I remember what do you call it? We went to the bar. We went to go see Wayfarer, and at the Fillmore, Cannibal was playing. Amon Amarth, I think, were the headlining band, and then we were done with our show. We were driving back, and there's like George Corpse Grinder just chilling outside, outside of the venue, like just out of nowhere. We yelled out, we're like, "Hey, George!" we're not going to be like these complete assholes, but it was kind of funny.
right.
It's just like, I don't think even George Fisher knew. Like I just walked out a little further down, man. You were right there in this East Coast Skid Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm reading in the comments, Cam here. Yeah, dude, Tenderloin, that was crazy, and fucking
God.
DNA Lounge, dude. I saw a lot of shows there.
There's a
That was
show
cool.
coming up. I think Udo's playing there at the DNA.
Yeah, DNA's it's a nice club.
Dude, I haven't been to the city since like 2018. To be honest,
I just went there on July 4th. I took my family. We watched the fucking fireworks on the pier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was nice, but I won't do it again. Fucking horrible, man.
You could have
There
came to
was
West Sac and saw that
So many
shit.
people.
So many fucking people. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and it was good for what it was. Like, I took my fucking family. I saw the fireworks like right there on the water, so it's kind of like a once in a lifetime type of thing. But
Yeah.
I won't do it again. But it was cool for what it was. But I hate San Francisco, dude. It's
Yeah.
so crowded and dirty now. It's really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like I said, I'll see you for the California Death Fest, but yeah,
Yeah.
just for that Sunday.
Yeah, and they moved the show now to a different venue.
Yeah, it looks like it almost looks like the Rave Eagles nightclub in Milwaukee. It almost looks like
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, it's really big.
I never even heard of that place. It's like a ballroom or something like
I've
that.
never heard of it either, but I'll see you there.
Yeah.
That Dayside Crazy and Bill, man, sounds pretty sick.
What's it? They added a different show too on Friday. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's like a pre-show with like Impaled and Autopsy.
No, not Autopsy. It's like fuck.
I
It
thought
was
it
a
was
band I
Autopsy.
want. I don't think that's kind of a big band.
Dude, you guys are getting like Dismember and. Are you talking about for California Death Fest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was telling Dennis when we made that video, I won't be there for Saturday because out here in Sacramento, we have Aftershock with the Maiden, Priest, and Anthrax. So,
Wow.
Ooh.
so for Saturday, I'll
Man,
be
yeah.
going to that. And then Sunday, I'll see him for Sodom. So,
Yeah.
Fuck,
Sunday.
that show's gonna rule, dude. Sodom and Sacrifice.
yeah. So, out in Hell's Heroes, I missed like 20 minutes of 20 minutes of Sodom because I was watching Attic inside. So I'm gonna make that up at that Sunday show. So
Awesome.
Yeah, what just they play what? Like, what's the set list for that? Is it good shit or is it like new stuff or?
for Sodom,
Yeah.
dude. So they busted into Surfing
no.
Bird and fucking what's his name from Nunslaughter? Jim? No, not Jim. He's
Yeah.
passed away. Singer.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
He fucking bounced. He's like, well, I'm out of here. As soon as they played that shit. So you're going to get Surfing Bird and, Agent Orange, M16, the Napalm, I forget. But yeah, you're going to get
Persecution
good
Mania?
shit.
Yeah.
Persecution Mania, you're going to get that. Remember the Fallen, you're going to get that. Oscar Bomb, you're going to get that. But you're going to get
Always.
Surfing Bird. Hopefully you don't go back to your hotel room like Dawn of the Dead did.
All right, I found the pre-show, dude. It's fucking Atrophy.
Oh, yes.
That's topical.
Okay.
Atrophy, Impaled, and Cenotaph.
Nice.
Fuck, I want to see Cenotaph, dude.
Is that on
Love
Thursday?
man. No, Friday.
Friday. At that same place?
I think so, yeah. Let me see.
All right.
Great American Music Hall.
Ugh. That's in the city.
You know,
How much is parking?
only $50.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh,
It's highway robbery.
deal breaker.
Slayer's supposed to play fucking Aftershock, so we'll see about that.
Even there, man, it's like New York prices. It's stupid.
And we could talk about
That's
that
crazy.
Kerry King reunion band, whatever, with Mark
The
sounding
worst
like
fucking
Tom.
shit ever, dude. Let's get the singer of Death Angel, but don't sound like Death Angel. Sound like Tom Araya. All right, you got it. And
I think it's
are
the
you
first
my
ever
man?
Slayer show since 2018, right?
Yeah, dude. I
All right,
mean,
so I'll
fuck.
be there because I already bought tickets. Oh,
Oh, for Aftershock?
yeah. After
That's
Pose.
gonna be fucking packed, dude. How much was tickets for that?
Dude, I bought 3 tickets because I got the wife, the son. Dude, it was like $1,200 for all 3 of us for 4
Jesus.
days.
Yeah. I mean,
And the only reason I bought it because Maiden
Maiden.
announced. So I'm like, all right. But I've been making payments on it every month. But it's 10 minutes from the house, dude.
But I mean,
Oh,
you've
shit.
seen Maiden. How many times have you seen Maiden?
Too many.
Right.
Is for your son? Is that where you're going?
No, he's seen them plenty of times too.
It's for your wife? She's like, I want to see
No,
him.
she's seen them plenty of times.
No, she hates Maiden.
She's like
Kicker.
she loves Death Angel.
Only with Kerry King on your guitar.
Well, Mark's trying to sound like Tom Araya.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a great job at sounding like him. I thought he sounded just like him.
All right.
It's
So
a
I'm gonna get
compliment.
Phil Demo on guitar. All right. Write a song that sounds just like Postmortem.
Right?
It's probably how they wrote the album.
Right.
Derek King was just like, I want this song and then this song.
Yeah.
Might get super aggro too. I want to just say, I would say fuck 6 more times in the song.
Envision that I have tattoos on my head.
Yeah.
Write it for me.
There were like 2 cuss words on this album. We want 6.
What if it's that much more painful to get the tattoos on your head? Like, I mean, there's areas of the body. It must not be that much because he's got it all over.
Are you trying to say you like the Kerry King album, Rick?
I may have it on CD, vinyl.
I was gonna say because you're kind of avoiding it. You're just like, nah, dude, it's kind of cool.
I haven't picked it up, but I saw it sitting there. I'm like, man, that's probably gonna maybe a clearance rack buy if it's discounted.
Absolutely, $5 or less.
It's
maybe $3.
I'll wait for the day. I'm like, dude, it's like the Amazon ticker. Just send me a notification when that thing hits 5, and I'm there.
You don't even. I can't even listen to it again. It's like a one-time listen. Like every song just blended together and sounded like
Boring as
the
hell.
last Slayer record.
Kind of.
I was just like, all right, this sounds like the last Slayer that wasn't good.
No, Repentless is pretty boring.
Yeah,
I think I ended up giving my copy of Repentless to Marty. I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was. I don't have it anymore. It's just because I know I'm not gonna listen to it again. I'm like, why do I? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the last like Slayer record you were just like, this is actually pretty good?
Undisputed, maybe.
It was a Wild Christ Illusion. I was into that for a bit, and I thought that was a bit of but I don't return to it. It's just, I don't know, man. I just don't.
I mean, it's not a bad record. It's just more like, okay, Seasons in the Abyss, Part 8. Like, they just keep writing the same record, but not as good.
I just go back and listen to this. Like, right. I mean, that exists. I just go to that one.
I mean, I like some of the stuff they did after that, like songs here and there, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not like a record I always like, oh, let me hear like this. I mean, like, there's songs like Bloodline or something like that I actually think have like a really good, like, I think it has a really good connection to At Dawn They Sleep, if that makes sense. I feel like At Dawn They Sleep and Bloodline they're both like vampire songs that kind of intertwine together. I like that song. I like, I don't know, like 213 or something like that off. What's that album called? It's got like the fucking skeleton guy with the pentagram. Wes Ben Scudder, I think, did the art. Divine Intervention.
Yeah. Shit, and that was the last one. That's probably the last one I really enjoyed. I would say, I mean, as far as the streak of albums, but even that one, because that was Boss Stuff was on that one, right? That was the first one with him on it.
Yeah, he's on that one. I think he does a good job on that record, honestly. Is it just? I don't like the one after that. Is that God Hates Us All? That one's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, that was the punk covers one, and then it was the right before that one. You know how I ended up with that one? The punk covers was I was doing the CD mail club thing, and
Oh shit!
they sent it to me. I don't remember ordering it, and I'm like, oh fuck, new Slayer record, awesome. I didn't read the description or nothing. I didn't read any. And I put it in there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's just like this is a punk album. Like it sounds like Slayer, but it's like a punk album. And then like it dawned on me, like, oh man, these are all covers. It's like I did like no research. I put it. That's how I ended up with that one. It's just fucking crazy.
It's a pretty cool actual fucking cover record for what it is. I think like
it just wasn't.
It really shows the influences that went into for what I think is Rain and Blood, the very fast like punk stuff that they were really trying to do at the time. Yeah. Whereas it kind of melds into the Metallica EP, their covers EP, where it really gets into their new wave of British heavy metal stuff. I see those two bands like kind of like the punk side and the like new wave of British heavy metal side for both those bands, and it makes sense to me. Like Slayer was always like wanting to be faster and like punkier, I guess, and that's where Rain and Blood came in, and they totally changed their style, which was cool. But
they got, I guess the groove metal years got to their head too. Like, you know, when it came to by the late '90s, everybody was falling on that trend.
I mean, you kind of had to, because it was like, what are you gonna? You can't play the same stuff because no one's gonna buy your record. At least that's what the thinking of the record label was like, hey man, you got to put out a record that sounds like Slipknot or whatever was coming out at the time.
Yeah,
because no one's gonna buy your record if you sound like fucking Rain and Blood again. So you got to do something different. Which was, what was that record called?
Diablos in Musica.
Right. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's a thing where if you change your logo, it's never a good sign, man. I'm like,
yeah.
Yep, it's the end.
I should have known.
You're done.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't listened to that album in like fucking years, so I don't even remember what it sounds like. But it probably
I
has
have that
down
box set
tune,
over
probably.
there, but
You have a box set?
yeah, that Splutter box set that has all the Def Jam stuff.
Oh, nice.
It's like, okay, I'll listen to 3 of them, but yeah, not much else.
Yeah. What's in that box set? It comes with like colored vinyl or anything?
No, it's all just black, I think.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so you got
Yeah.
South of Rain, South, Seasons, Decade of Aggression, God Hates Us All, Christ Illusion, Undisputed, World Painted Blood. I don't know.
No Diablos though.
Yeah, it's in there. I think it's in there.
Oh, it is in there. Okay. You got Undisputed Attitude though.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was gonna be like, it's like their Cold Lake. We're just not gonna include that one. Like,
So I mean, they're like executive decision time.
all right.
Oh, even World Painted Blood. I think I listened to that one once. That's
Yeah.
I've never played this.
a bit boring. Yep. Don't believe it.
Have you even heard World Painted Blood, Dan?
I've heard the song.
It's all you need to hear.
That's the thing, man. It's like, if you were to ask me about specific shit about that later era, I'm like, man, I can't. I didn't retain much of it. It's just lot of it was.
There's some really bad shit. I remember going and seeing them, and they're like, "This is Americon." I'm like, "What the fuck is Americon? This is Slayer."
There it is. That one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you haven't heard that one yet either.
No. This is probably the last Slayer album I heard that's outside of Seasons or anything
That's the one we were
else.
talking about.
All right, here's the back.
Are either of you guys Divine fans? Divine
Yeah,
Intervention?
I like Divine.
I like it.
I like Divine.
I like it. Yeah.
That's the last one I
'Cause
like.
for some people, that's like the line, right? You know?
That's
Yeah,
the
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. So this box set is great just for probably this
Oh hell yeah,
amongst the other ones.
that's one of the best live records.
I remember I bought that at the wall like years ago. It was like the double clamshell, whatever CD.
Yeah, the cassette. You
No,
remember the
this is
cassette was a
CD.
double cassette too, and it came in
This
Oh,
thing's
yeah.
all fucked up.
Had to be,
Look
huh?
at this shit. It's getting tore up.
Oh man. Was it milled like that? Or was it just because from sitting on the shelf?
No, it's just been sitting, and that's the way it looks now.
Damn.
Yeah. It's getting tore up.
I keep some of my box sets like inside a box because I have those. I have that worry. I'm like, man, like the day side's like that. Like I have it inside another box.
Yeah.
It's gonna get banged up. Wow.
All right. Well, I'm a crash. It's almost 4 a.m.
I think we should.
where I'm at. So,
Yeah, you guys on the East Coast, it's late.
yeah.
Almost
So-
5 in the morning here.
I still have to be somewhat productive on Sunday, you know, yard work and shit. So,
Yeah.
but hey,
yeah.
cheers, guys. Nice hanging out. Rick, thanks for hosting.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Dan,
I'm
nice
at-
to meet you. Dennis, cheers. Deal.
Cheers, man.
Later, man.
Peace.
Cheers.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay, but if there's anything you guys wanted to, you know, any parting words? you guys should actually I don't know I don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but if you want to catch the first half of the stream, man, like we gone through a lot of shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, well we had like I think at one point 7-8 people on.
Oh nice.
So yeah, we had we were stacked. Just talked about like some of the stuff we were listening to and showed off a couple things and stuff going on with shows. But you get the East Coast perspective.
Let me show my last two listens before we go.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
It was the Sinister 7-inch.
Oh shit.
This is from I think 1990. Putrefying Remains 7-inch. And after that, I was listening to this fucking comp, dude. These them boners be popping. Really good, dude. It's got fucking verbal
Ghetto
abuse. Verbal abuse, Fang, Boneless Ones, Tales of Terror, Blast, and Special Forces.
Nice.
Just a killer fucking hardcore punk comp. But yeah, man, it's fucking Blast was killer. If you guys don't know Blast, definitely check him out. Santa Cruz hardcore, but like kind of sludgy too. If you haven't heard that, check out Blast. Fucking killer shit. But yeah.
Yeah, I think when you add the sludgy to it, I think that's music to my ears, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hardcore punk sludge skate shit.
Blast. All right.
Yeah, I just saw Dennis was streaming, so I'm like, hey, dude, add me. And he added me, so just hit me up earlier and I'll come in.
It's so the way, and we're just learning this today. Like, so I went to start the stream and they added a new feature, so you can kind of get simul stream to different channels. So I'm actually hosting this, So everybody else is kind of piggybacking off of it. So like Nick hopped in, then Jeff's channel, and now Dennis. So we were trying to figure out how does this work? Because like, for example, right now it says it's 24, I think, viewers, but on my actual channel there might be like 5 or 8 or 10. You know, like so it's just totaling everybody's channel kind of together. So
Which
I
is
think
really
right now,
cool. I love that they added that.
it's
So
crazy.
Dan, you can add this to your stream at the same time we're doing our stream.
All right. So this is my first ever stream. So whatever.
Yeah.
Just text me, bro. I'll be here.
All right.
We got, I think it says here like 12 guys from the Thrall's channel, 4 from Dennis's channel, you know, 3 on Jeff's, and then there's 5 people on my channel. So it actually tells you, like, it's crazy, man.
Cool.
Like we've arrived. Like we can do this now.
Yeah,
So-
that's hella cool.
So it's going to be interesting going forward. Like just getting everybody on board. Also, everybody has like different. Like Nick probably has the most subscribers, right? Like so, and so we got his people, but they all think he's hosting from his
Right.
end. You know, like because they can leave comments there too.
Right.
You know, so it's just like once I. So that's why I'm kind of curious too when I end the stream to see how all this tallies up. So like I said, this is the first time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so
that's
Dennis,
cool.
like next time you stream, you're gonna see some new shit like in your little panel, like so.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what it is.
that's
I
cool.
wasn't expecting this.
no, it's all good.
So
Cool.
yeah,
All right, guys. All right.
yeah, it's been a good hang.
Cheers,
Yeah,
guys.
it's good meeting you, Dan. Like like I said,
Yeah.
fucking
Cheers,
fucking
brother.
awesome,
Good
man.
meeting you, man.
So I'm gonna go back and watch your video. You guys collab. Somehow I didn't get a notification for it.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah, it's-
video. Me and Dennis together. It was super fun. Great time.
Yep.
Great
Yeah,
stories.
Dennis makes some fucking. He just makes some good content, man. Like I like how you try to mix it up, man. Like you get people on board. You just try to figure out some way to kind of I don't know, just mix up the categories and shit that you
Yeah.
show off. And like there's a well, that's the thing. Like you don't look like you're showing off. That's what I like about your channel. Like you have a concrete reason why you're you know doing what you do, why you show what you show.
Everything I talk about is just coming from like the scene, man. That's everything I talk about is always just like, hey, check this out because XYZ. Like it's never about this is the OG press, motherfucker. This you better buy this or fucking die. It's just like dude, like this, yeah, it's the OG press because that's what I bought. It's not like I went and like got on Discogs and got this fucking record for $200. Like this is just what it is. And I love that because like a lot of that stuff is sentimental to me, right? I got it when I was growing up. So it means a lot to me. So I like to show it to people. So like obviously other people can appreciate what we have. Because I'm sitting in a basement, we're all sitting in a room, right?
Yeah.
And we can speak out to a bunch of people and show like off stuff we love, which probably everybody in the chat loves too, right? They're just like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like it's appreciated, like somebody appreciates what you do. And there might not be other people in like our lives that appreciate our dumb shit that we do. So like they're like,
I
dude,
do
no
it
one
every
cares
day,
about
man. It's like they see the record room, they're just I get that head shake like
yeah.
you're not a collector, you don't understand. You know, there's it's a different
Yep.
there are people who like music or love music like we were talking about like non-metal shit earlier, right? But then there's people who are like into the music, like which is like the media, the whole package. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, and I'll never put down somebody because they're not a collector or not like that. Like people, you like what you like, man. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I said, I just have my own way of what do you call it? Just enjoying the content, enjoying the media for what it is, and it's just the way that I enjoy it. If you want to enjoy yours and listen to your MP3 player in the car, and that's the only way you consume it, hey, like that's
Yeah.
Which is fine.
how you want
I
to do
think
it.
we're just all here to share what we like or what we love to like
Yep.
to other people so they know like, oh well shit, I didn't know about that band or like fuck dude, this guy's story's crazy about like growing up in the Bay Area or whatever it is. Like it's just like kind of like sharing that kind of that kind of time with people where they can understand it. I guess I don't know. But,
Well, I think generally, especially like some of the younger folks, like they'll see an album and they'll probably listen to an interview from somebody from the Bay Area and or whatever. But like, then there's people like you who are fans, you know, who lived through it, you know, and you could kind of get that. See, I love listening to these different perspectives, you know, coming from that same album. And just kind of what was going on at the time too, stuff going on around the album. You know, that's always, I don't know, I always find that fascinating.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Just letting you know, you got another sub. Awesome. For Dan. So what's your channel?
D Bulldoze.
Oh, it is okay. D Bulldoze, like it says there. All right. All right, man. Let me go on there. You're gonna see another one. So
thank you.
Looking forward, man. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah. I just did stuff I bought in July. I did a review on that, and then saw Exciter, Midnight, and Wraith and Hellwitch. Did a review on that. So those are like my last 2 videos.
Oh shit! Yeah, all awesome bands, man. Like that's I can't wait to check it out, man.
Yeah. So January, I just been shooting Fest and yeah, vinyl stuff. So yeah.
Cool. All right.
So
yeah.
Hopefully Dennis invites me to more streams, and I'll come on and chat up and drink beer and raid. And
it's always fun, man, when does these collabs. Have you seen his collabs with Jeff?
No, I've never. This is the first one I've been on.
Oh man,
you gotta see my last one. God damn, I was so fucking drunk off the fucking end of that last one. I was like slurring. I was like, yeah, this fucking whiplash. It's fucking sick, dude.
So you were telling me about like collabs where dudes just like wander off and pass out. Like,
yep, that Jeff just left. He just fucking. That's what he did.
Yeah, but he said goodbye.
He got stoned, man. Like he just, you know, he left the moment you came on. It's like,
oh, okay, I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah. Like we had everybody else on board. We were thinking he's coming back because this is not the first time he's done this.
Yeah, he was in the middle. I saw that right when I texted Dennis. Hey, send me a link, motherfucker.
Shit. All right. Yeah, next time we do this, man, like, well, definitely, yeah, man, we'll have to send you a link.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so you got some new subs, and yeah, and everybody else, man, it's been fun, but man, I gotta hit the hay.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
All right, night, guys.
Cheers.
All right, later, guys.
Cheers. 50% shit. Don't buy it.
It's 50% shit. Don't buy it. End of stream.
Unless you want to feel like shit.
Right?
Cheers, dude.
All right, night, everybody.
Cheers.